Welcome, noble hobbyists and loyal subjects of the Empire. Today, witness as Stefano, devoted brush wielder and servant of Sigmar, unveils his sacred ritual for bringing to life the mighty Fusil Major on Ogor Warhulk, a true marvel from the Cities of Sigmar range, or as the old tongues say, the Empire. He begins not with full assembly, but with foresight and cunning. First, Stefano crafts a scenic base from bark, forged to resemble jagged stone. The mustachioed fusilier, who bears an uncanny resemblance to a certain husband known to the artist, yet that tale shall remain untold, and his great shield are left separate for ease of painting. A coat of black primer cloaks it in shadow. Then a zenithal white brings forth light, a canvas ready for war. Garments of the Fusilier. The trousers are clad in a noble dark blue, befitting an imperial officer. While the overcoat is brushed in rich brown, intended to mimic aged leather. The straps, a reddish brown, warmer in tone. Let it be known, leather is no simple task. Each piece must be built up with varied hues, washed in glazes, highlighted in patience. To claim it is easy is heresy in the Church of the Brush. Stefano confesses, this is not his miniature, but a commission for a fellow warrior of the hobby. The pressure is high. The craftsmanship, higher still. Now, the artist turns to the faces of the ogre and the mustached major. A flesh-toned base coat is laid, followed by gradual highlights. The flesh, though shaped and shaded, still calls for the touch of light. It must be brightened a little more to truly breathe with life. The same applies to the mustachioed fellow. His visage, too, requires further lightening. Fear not, for we shall later veil it with washes that will unify the tones and bestow the flesh with a lifelike, perfect finish. Into the recesses flows a dark purple wash, forging shadows and depth. Once dry, a flesh wash ties it all together, balancing warmth and realism. Once all is dry, Stefano begins to highlight the most exposed areas, those touched by light and destined to shine with the brilliance of the battlefield. Unsatisfied with the result, Stefano applies yet another dark purple wash, this time with precision, letting it flow only into the deepest recesses, to enhance the shadows and carve out the form with greater depth. The mighty wooden surfaces are painted with a dark grey, layered with brighter tones to reveal the aged grain. As you can see, Stefano is now using progressively lighter tones, and with the ancient technique of dry brushing, he breathes life into the wooden surfaces, revealing every grain as if aged by centuries of war and weather. He continues to highlight, without pause, layer upon layer, as if chasing the very light of Azure itself, each stroke drawing the wood closer to its final, battle-worn glory. Heraldry is introduced with a crimson red, bold and defiant. The metal is rendered with shimmering highlights, the leather is sharpened, and golden accents crown the composition. A backwash over the steel binds the effect in gritty realism. The wood receives a dark brown wash, revealing its tale of rain, of sun, of frost. Texture arises, worn by time. Speed paint brown is used to layer further depth into the leather. Highlights are then added with a steady hand. The club, or bat, is given wood grain details, aging it like a relic of many wars. The lantern and the light. Ah yes, the lantern. Here, Stefano admits a challenge. OSL, object source lighting, a mystical art indeed. He lays down a coat of white, then applies Citadel's blood-letter glaze while wet. To that, a diluted yellow is added, blending into an ethereal glow. The result? Surprisingly satisfying. Now, with a touch of bright silver, Stefano highlights the most exposed edges of the armor, giving them the worn gleam of steel that has endured countless battles and the passage of time itself. Final touches of glory. Agrak's earth shade is carefully washed over the shield and the mustachioed major. Pigments are applied with care. Sealed under an ultramatte varnish from Green Stuff World, a sacred relic among tools. The base is completed with bark, texture paint for soil. Tufts of static grass. And scattered autumn leaves. For Stefano follows a seasonal scheme across all his Empire models. A winter theme, perhaps. Nay, autumn shall reign. With everything dry, the final components, the shield and the brave mustachioed soldier, are affixed to their place of honor. Thus ends the ritual. And so, our journey nears its end. Stefano bids all viewers farewell. May they subscribe, share their thoughts, and return again for more tales from the painting desk. Until next time, may your brushes stay sharp and your colors bold. For Sigmar, and for the Empire.